Hello, hello, hello to all of my Scorpios. This is Queen Amon-Ra coming to you with your general reading, Scorpios. Hopefully, you all are having a good week so far. This is your Freedom Friday message. Let's get into it, Scorpios. Let's go. We are still feeling the effects of this new moon in Aries. We're still feeling the effects of it. It kicked off on the 21st of this month. This reading is for the 24th of March through the 24th of April. Let's do it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see where Source is trying. You and Aries actually share the ruling planet Mars, and Mars is the energy planet. Mars is the energy planet. So where are you putting your energy? Where are you putting your energy, Scorpios? I'm talking to you if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart. Not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, anywhere in your chart, including your MC or IC. And speaking of Aries, there's a lot of fire here in your minor arcana. We have the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Six of Wands, and also the Two of Wands. So this is letting me know that somebody has some new inspiration, some new motivation to ignore your demons, like put your demons under submission. The demons could be sex demons, they could be feelings of insecurity. It's like, Source is saying to you, you have a real chance at winning something. One is being motivated by just moving forward, like not allowing your demons to irritate you. Remember, there's so many different types of demons. It could be sex demons, food demons, demons of insecurity, demons of instability, demons of lack of material success, career success, property. All of those could be demons. So Source is saying, I'm trying to make you booked and busy. I'm trying to keep you moving forward, not going backwards. Remember, in a new cycle, that means that your past is trying to call you, trying to rear its ugly head. That could look like, some people who, lost out on the court trial, and they could be steaming mad. And if you haven't completely kept putting that name and that stuff into a burning bowl, it could keep coming back up to your water. Like, you're like, why am I thinking about this? Why? Remember, you all are ruled by a very powerful planet, Pluto, which is a planet of power and transformation. And so you are you allowing something from your path. You all are literally ruled by the death rebirth planet. So death of the old, birth of the new. So something has ended and you've been victorious to be able to move on from something, Scorpios. And so again, Source is saying, if you haven't closed out that cycle or left that bridge burned, and when I say bridge burned, doesn't mean that somebody have to blowtorch you. You all are a pretty intense sign. But if you haven't left that bridge burn, meaning that energy leak go, if you have not let those energy leaks go, you got to question yourself, like, at this point, what else is going on? Like, seriously, like, what is the motive? What's the reason for allowing something that drained your energy to even still be a part of your universe, right? So let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else. So somebody's going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted once you just release it. This is a real faith walk. It doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship you were in. Doesn't matter if it was a family relationship. Doesn't matter if it was a relationship connected to somebody who is connected to you. Even if it's indirectly connected to you, draining you. Because you're like, for some of you all, it could have nothing to do with you directly. Some of you all it does, but some of you all it doesn't. Some of you all it could be connected to one of your adult kids dating somebody that you don't particularly care for, right? That could be indirectly connected to you. That could be draining you. Like, why isn't my child seeing this? Like, what is going on? Or it could be connected to a parent who's dating somebody. You're like, how come they can't see what I see? And it's draining you, right? Because it has access to your universe and you care about them, you love them. Or it can be directly attached to you, where you're just like, why am I so burdened by this? So Source says to you, if you're operating in faith and you're keeping your vibrations high, moving forward, like focusing on what your purpose is, what you're motivated by, those things, then that's where your breakthrough is going to come in. Somebody's going to feel like they have a breakthrough because a huge weight has been lifted. Here we have the Tower card. Somebody is some kind of an awakening happening with either you or someone that you love. Some kind of an awakening is happening for you. It's going to feel like a breakthrough for you personally. There's some energies that are going through some karma. There's some energies that are going through a karma, and you're picking up on people's energy. They're going through their own tower moment. They're going through their own awakening. And so again, if it's a loved one that you that's directly attached to you, and they're going through some kind of an awakening about the person that they're with is not the right relationship for them. That's a breakthrough for you, but you're going to have to trust God. If it's something in your life where you're like, why am I thinking about an ex? Sources like it's time for you to toss it into a burning bowl as often as you need to. This is not just a one-time thing, because again, emotions were involved. Sources like if it's overwhelming you, and so you've been burned, it's time to wake up. It's time to think about what lessons did I learn from that, what messages came through. You're divinely protected, Scorpio, so you don't have anything to worry about. Here's the hangman right here. This hangman lets me know that source is saying to you, you got to sacrifice the old, you got to surrender the old. Let the old you go. That's what this death rebirth is about. Like, you weren't delusional, you weren't going crazy. Something about something was overwhelming, to you emotionally. They were draining your energy, whether they saw you as competition, whether they burned you with a blowtorch, ran smear campaigns, whatever happened, Scorpio, they're saying leave it, release it, release it, release it. Your third eye is wide open, so you know exactly who it is. You're highly intuitive. God is sending you a gazillion messages like let that thing go. Like, who is it? And you got to ask yourself, why can't I let it go? What's wrong with me? That is speaking to somebody's solar plexus chakra. If it's something that you just cannot let go, somebody feels like somebody has to question their own your self-esteem. Your self-esteem. What are your insecurities? What is your self-esteem? It's one thing, like sometimes people will say, well, I can't just cut off my sister or brother, or I can't cut off my cousin, or I can't cut off certain family members because that's all I have. Source is saying, why can't I let this ex go? The sex was great. Or why can't I let this old friend go? They know too much about me. They may try to burn me in the long run. They may burn down my business. Like when I say burn down your business, something like burn your reputation or whatever. Source is saying, okay, there's almost 9 billion people on the planet, right? Okay, so source is saying to you, there's a Hierophant card right here. So Hierophant card lets me know that someone is at a higher mind. They have an innate spiritual understanding of things. You're on your spiritual journey on the other side of all of this. Source is trying to send, you're a very hard-working person. This Ace of Pentacles right here lets me know you're a very hard-working person, so you can work hard to motivate yourself to stay as far away from energy leaks. If you're hard-working in one area of your life, you can be just as hard-working in this area of your life. People see you as down-to-earth, very relatable. Source is trying to bring in at least 8 streams of income. When I talk about income, I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about incoming of receiving information from God, incoming of good advice, incoming of information from this video or somebody else's video. There's income of information and money and property and all of these things that's trying to come your way. But somebody is going to have a breakthrough when you're motivated to getting on your horse and getting as far away from energy leaks. Doesn't matter what form it comes in. Family members, professionally and personally. Let's just say that. Professionally and personally. God wants you to stay focused on your purpose. Yeah, somebody, when you're connected to people who are draining your energy, you lose focus. It becomes fuzzy, like this, like blurred. It becomes blurred, like, what is my purpose again? I'm so preoccupied with all of this going on over here. And God is like, stay in your light. You're a highly magnetic sign. Everything that you want is coming to you. The money is coming to you. The property is coming to you. The love you want is coming to you. The ideas, the creativity is coming to you. Just stay in your purpose, working directly for source, and operate in childlike faith. Operate in childlike faith. So while you are waiting for the things that you thank for source for, you also are proactive in what are the lessons that God wanted you to learn on your journey. Some people are just like, I don't know why I can't find the right one, instead of being proactive and saying, why do you keep attracting certain types of energies? What is it about you? Because we don't have control over other human beings. What is it about you that you keep attracting the same types of energies? Why you're the smartest sign emotionally, Scorpios. Like, You know, in an interview, you know, on the phone before you even get to the interview what you're dealing with. That's how smart Scorpios are. When you're sitting down to meet somebody for lunch or over Zoom, before you physically go meet somebody, you can already, you're picking up on something, right? So Source wants you to do that, like listen to your intuition. If somebody is draining you over the phone, it's okay, it's time to release it. Their demons could be depression. It may not even be a sex demon or a demon of like lack in terms of money or whatever. It could literally be depression. That could be their demon. If that irritates your demons, that's not the right energy for you. So you can casually just back out of it, you know, in love. Let me move on. I'm not their therapist, and even if you are a therapist, they are not your client. They're not your patient. Here we have the King of Pentacles coming your way. Somebody feels left out of something. Pentacles energy is not just money. Somebody could be left out of feeling like they are like somebody's not telling you something. It could be having to do with your family. Somebody could feel like they're left out of the home purchasing process. You don't have a home. Somebody could feel like they're left out of love. I mean, like all of this, somebody feels like they're left out in the cold when it comes to something. But Source wants you to learn the lesson. What lesson about yourself that Source wants you to learn so that you can get to King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is financial wealth, as well as because we got the King and Queen of Pentacles here, is financial wealth, as well as getting your rest, and you saying out of your mouth, God, what is it? Show me me. Show me me. What is it in me? You know, so I don't feel like I'm left out of anything, so I can stay focused in my purpose and stay away from things that drain me, even if it's in somebody else's life. Here we have the Queen of Wands. I see somebody who is happy, charismatic, and free. That's where your breakthrough is coming in, is when you are inspired to ask Source, help me to see me, right? Here we have the Nine of Swords, because somebody has been like, so you went from, okay, let's see if we can get close up on this card. So you have this person right here on the Nine of Swords. Nine energy is really about death, rebirth, right? So the ending of something. Like we said before, when we see the death card, that's death of the old, birth of the new, like end and loss, right? So here we have the Nine of Swords. And so Source wants you to go from Nine of Swords to Four of Swords. Like get comfortable with resting your mind instead of letting, so you wake up and like, oh, why is this so heavy on my mind? I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. What's going on? Like somebody is paranoid. Source is saying to you, focus on staying in the things that motivate you, not the things that burn you out. Here we have the Princess of Pentacles. So again, we have more money coming across your path. So you are a receiver by default. So again, the energy of money, love, emotional support, all of the things that you want are not strangers to you. That it is very attracted to you. But again, Source is saying you have to take some kind of action to stay away from things that drain you before it gets your water boiling hot and mad, and you reflect the same toxicity that people are trying to project onto you. So hopefully that makes sense, you know, to somebody, Scorpios, because somebody's getting ready to have a major breakthrough, and God is showing you yourself. Like God is saying to you, every time you interact with certain energies, you may be, you know, passionate about it one minute, but the next minute you drain. You gotta listen to that. Like pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Here we have the Justice card, Five of Wands, Five of Coins again, King of Wands, the Hierophant card, and the Moon card. Hierophant card came out twice. Scorpio. So Source is saying to you again, Hierophant card is about higher mind, innate spiritual understanding. Like Source really wants somebody on their spiritual journey. This is not about religion. This is your spiritual journey. What is your purpose? Stay focused. Your purpose, what you're doing for God. This Justice card right here, you know, somebody could, you know, feel some kind of way about some kind of court justice or whatever, some kind of a legal matter. I'm seeing justice in your favor. I'm seeing victory for you, Scorpio, if that's the case. And even if you don't have a court case, and it's going to feel like somebody has a huge weight lifted off of them, but even if you don't have a court case, these two cards right here, the Hierophant card and the Justice card, is attached to Venus. Venus is the planet of love, pleasure, love, pleasure, music, arts, relationships. Source is trying to balance things out for you. on both sides, on your in your personal life as well as your professional life, right? And so let source show you you. Let source show you you, so that you can get to the wealth. This is where you're going to have to say, God, I trust you. I trust you completely. Here we have the Five of Coins. Somebody still feels left out of something. You can feel left out of some kind of a legal matter, but if you start thanking Source, thank you for the victory in advance. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you. I'm not left out of things. God is protecting me from something. So thank you. I'm entering into a rebirth. I'm having some downloads right now. So this is a serious faith walk. Here we have the Five of Wands, because something is trying to irritate somebody's demons. Something is really trying to irritate your demons. If you're insecure, that's what the enemy is trying to go after, your demons. Here we have the King of Wands, and so we got the King and Queen of Wands. King energy in general. So when we're talking about fire energy, this is a person who is at the top of their game when it comes to inspiring people, the top of your game when it comes to renewal, manifestation of ideas, growth, communication, self-expression. Like when we talk about king and queen's energy, that's what we're talking about. So somebody got to get on top of it, like mentally say, you know what, let me stay focused on moving forward. I already know that whatever's behind me, I already won. I already won. I'm just, maybe you're waiting for the physical manifestation of it, but you can already claim the victory, not in an arrogant way, but this is in a very humble way. Like, I got work to do for Source. I can't be so bothered with people who are trying to drain my energy and people who are trying to burn me, right? Trying to bring up past secrets or trying to, this kind of thing. Trying to, I'm nervous about the unknown. Right, what somebody from my past trying to do to me, I don't really know, and so you're allowing the enemy to come in and overwhelm you spiritually. Moon card came out twice, both in your personal and professional life, coming out twice. I don't know what's going on. Source is saying to you, you're not delusional, you're not going crazy. It's time for you to dream bigger and focus on your purpose. Time for you to just stay focused on your purpose. You're not left out of anything. Everything that's going to come to you is going to come to you, and God wants it to come to you. All you have to do is stay focused. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Stay focused. Because I can tell you, in your light, you don't get easily exhausted. In your purpose, you feel like I can do this all day long in your purpose, right? So that's what Source really wants you to focus on, because everything that you want is going to come to you. Humility. Humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help, God, in every way and delight in receiving it. So Source wants somebody to really operate in humility. Always thanking Source, like trusting Source. Like, show me me. What is it, me? Like, have I closed out? Where's the card? If I want something to happen, Source is saying to you, operate in humility. Like, if I really want something, like, be ready to receive, Source's instructions on things. Receive Source's instructions, because something is trying to rear its ugly head from your past, both professionally and personally. And again, it could mean exes trying to come back up, trying to resurface. Nope, you burned a bridge. I need to release it. I'm not holding a grudge. I just need to move on. Same thing in the work situation. I need to move on and write a gratitude list. It's a different me. 5-5. It's a pivotal point in my life. I'm grateful for my past, but I'm also grateful for what's to come. I'm writing a gratitude list. Source, thank you. That's the humility Source wants you to say. I'm grateful for my past. If I could have written it myself, it may have been different, but I'm grateful for it. I'm totally grateful for it. So that's what Source wants somebody to be. That's the humility. I'm grateful for my past, because now I'm at this stage in my life, no matter what your age is, I can identify with what an energy leak is, and I can go ahead and head it off. And I can also identify with the energy hack is what inspires me. So the energy is gaining momentum. Is it the energy leak or the energy hack is gaining momentum? You have to decide. You have to decide. And so that means that you have some time by yourself, and you just kind of sort of focusing on, you're not working or whatever. Like, you could be working on your purpose, but then at the end of the day you could say, you know what, it's time for me to rest, but my mind is just racing. Put on your sacral chakra music, put on your lower chakras music. All of that's free on YouTube. You don't have to pay a dime for it. 666, I am centered. Yeah. Yep, 666. A wake up call for you to re examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so that you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. Yeah, the only way that the enemy can come in is through, you overthinking something. And every time you give air to it and you get frustrated and angry and mad and you get emotionally drained, that's how the enemy is like, no, put all that energy towards serving source, not serving the devil. Like, get that vibration high, thinking the worst thoughts and all of this other stuff. Sources say put all of that energy towards serving source. That's where you're going to find your healing. Let's pull one last card and let's move on. Let's move on. That includes entertaining conversations about something that happened in the past that gets you angry all over again and thinking really negative thoughts about things. So if there's people in your life right now trying to, get you to talk about stuff where it gets you emotionally drained and frustrated, Scorpio, just tell them straight up. We're not talking about that. Anxiety. Affirmations for anxiety. All is well and I am whole. That's it right there. All is temporary. I am grateful for change. I have all that I need in this present moment. I release control of the future. I am not alone. I am in charge of my mind. Every experience is a part of a greater plan. I allow myself to feel and let go. I am not my emotions. Yep, I am not my emotions. That's right. So you're not left out of anything. You need to start thanking Source in advance for the victory. Start thanking Source in advance for a victory, because there's a lot of people who sees you as down to earth, relatable, someone who people looks up to you, Scorpios, all of that. And so if something is over, they're coming to a realization that you want nothing else to do with it. You're moving on from it, and you're just slowly but surely turning off the water faucet attached to it until it's just like there's no more. That's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye.